Hello people and welcome to watch yet another Carcassonne Champions League league stage match. This is the week 5 of the second day, and to finalize the second day we're going to have one more match between Santiago Iñiguez of Argentina with the screen name as Santiblader and Lord Terrycloth of the United Kingdom, whose real nick, real name, for at least for the unforeseen future is David Faraci. Santi with 2,000 games roughly or so played thus far in BGA, and to my knowledge has also achieved this 700 elo threshold, even though this doesn't really, even though the BGA doesn't really seem to agree. But I would kind of feel surprised if Santi hasn't done that. And then for David Faraci, 641 current rating, 2,100 games. And has he actually reached? Yes, he has, according to BGA as well. And, no earlier encounters for these players against each other, so we have a kind of a clean slate. However, where we don't have a clean slate is the league stage currently, where David Faraci is sitting pretty so far with 3 wins, 1 loss, and +3 tiebreaker, and trying to get his glorious success on the league stage by being able to get to the playoffs with, I would say, maybe even just 1 game win today would put him, certainly would put him in a quite nice spot to do so. And for Santi, the position is a little bit different, a bit harder, with sitting with 2 match wins, 2 match losses, and ±0 tiebreaker. So in order for him to guarantee the max chances, he would certainly be looking for a 2-0 today, but maybe even in some cases only 2-1 victory would be enough. A loss today would be quite tragic indeed for Santi's playoff chances. Then, if at all possible, his playoffs will not be then dependent on just himself, but depending on the results of everybody else. "15 minutes for both players with the BGA tournaments. And let's see how Santiago is going to be doing under kind of an enormous pressure. Starts a road, pointing up to try and get some further points, maybe from a city plus road tile claimed by David, and pointing a road to the right, but not with this specific tile. Yeah, unfortunately for David, I am having very difficult time to believe that this would be the best rotation for the tile, as he now cannot do the oh so glorious triple Dorito moves, but is looking rather to take a city cap and another city cap to fill the holes. Whereas if you point upwards, then of course you leave the road end open for your opponent, but you can use the Doritos, and then you can use other like city tiles, like city caps, to simply start going for a 2-city principle and start using all types of city tiles effectively. And oh boy, this is not, oh my god, goodness gracious me, and Santiago is really getting every single bit into the action immediately, trying to get 3 meeples of his blocked immediately. there's only one single tile, only one single horse tile to go here, and he has, count with me, 1 meeple, 2 meeples, and very soon 3 meeples, dependent on that square. So Santiago just willingly put himself into a position where any Dorito, any triple city will cause tremendous issues for him. And yeah, what you gonna do now? Like, in 50%, well, in more than 50% of the cases, you are gonna be left with a ruin. With I don't know, X amount of points and an unfinished road, and whilst your opponent is just going to try and block this square or just place a Dorito here anyway, and be up by 2 meeples, maybe make some fields and have quite a clear path straight up from the get-go to progress in this game. Yeah, good lord, that was bad. Extenders for David. Whilst trying to figure out what he should be doing right here. Maybe going over here and just starting, the blocks with actually any city tile, except for Quad City. This is not really that great, to be honest. Going for the continuation of the city, which, just for absolutely no reason, David puts his city under pressure and under being able to of being attacked, as opposed to going over here and being able to finish the job with any city tile. Hello, Matt. Certainly happy with the start for Terrycloth. Well, I would imagine so. I would imagine that his countrymen will be very eager to see Terrycloth win 2-0 today. Well, a self-restriction. Oh, whoa! Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Santi, absolutely with no regrets, is gonna go for a second monastery and even allow a oh my god! Oh no! Oh no! Oh Santi! Oh Santi! What are your plans for this square if not attacking it? Oh, sweet Lord Jesus! I mean, and just I get the idea, sure. Like, he's trying to make the square less blockable, but the reality is that Santi, after this, oh, he no. I mean, it's an understandable move, and you have such good chances of going over here and to block this fully. And Santi gets the tile. Oh, Terrycloth. Oh, Terrycloth, what have you done? What have you done? Allowed the minuscule chance. Oh no! I cannot believe my eyes. Oh, I cannot believe my eyes. Santiago even gets the final horse and doesn't even do anything with it. He just takes the 2 points, doesn't even care about the road meeple, because it would allow these 4 points to go to Terrycloth. But why, man? Why? With a big capital Y. Oh my god, what a beginning to this what is undeniably going to be a spectacular game. Oh my god. I need some tissues, man. Something to wipe my eyes. I haven't seen this type of a beginning ever in a tournament of this caliber. When I say ever, I mean ever. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Oh my lord. We have blocks upon blocks and salvations and saves, especially from red with like every single tile. But he's doing absolutely none of that. He's going. Oh, wow. Oh, I am so glad I decided to stream this game. Wow. Do you need to refresh the screen? No, I mean, I don't really think I do, but let's refresh the screen. Yeah, I mean, like nothing changes. Like there's no changes. Like Santi has just willingly sacrificed half his reserves to the Almighty God for absolutely no reason. Oh my God. I don't know. Has he given up hope? Like the guy is at 2 wins and 2 losses, and he can qualify still little players. Why the fuck is he doing this kind of shit? Oh my God. Late night entertainment for sure. Welcome everyone in the chat. A small red van, Temrak, Pluste, Philip, and Juan Locke. Wow. Well, the first 30 tiles, if it's gonna be this kind of match, I am all down for entire 3 games, man. Well, somehow, some way, actually, Santi isn't, like, point-wise, isn't that far behind thanks to the 3 monasteries. He's actually up by +1, so +2, and then finishes now the road from the other side. Cannot, unfortunately for him, enlarge it any longer. With +1, +2, 6, +10, the 3 monasteries for +18, 25, 32, 38, 33, 31, 30, 29, and 23. Actually, +23 at the moment for Santi, but like he cannot, he can barely get anything out. And we are going to be seeing how Terrycloth is just going to be absolutely feasting away with a massive, massive field. What's going to go here? Like, look at this absolute unit of a tower. 1, 2, 3, 4, all tube dividers here, and even a divider here. Like, holy mother of nature, man. What is this? Welcome, Volker. Wow. Yeah, well, we know exactly where the meeple advantage of David is gonna go to, and it's going to splatter all over this field. Maybe even with just one meeple, it's gonna be enough to control everything, every single part of this. And for Santi to have a chance to, or even a remote possibility to fight for that field, he's gonna have to get a meeple back from this monastery somehow. And I'm not sure if it is even in Terrycloth's interest to place a vanilla here, because it will be getting a meeple back to Santi, and just getting back that one meeple for red could allow terrible things to happen from Green's perspective. What a creative mess. That is quite an accurate statement there. Creative mess indeed. Well, Terrycloth now finally goes for the field with, does go with the city cap there, which I don't think he even needed to go there with the city cap. Could have maybe gone just over here or something. But what's done is done. There's, of course, some room for improvement. And Terrycloth, well, with these tiles, he can just continue his features over here and just try and build maybe around this square, block some monasteries of Santi, and live a decent life. And well, did I say what -23 or so, like a couple moves ago? Now with a 9-point field, about like 20, like 18 or so on the minus side. Now the vanilla, I mean, I guess Terrycloth is gonna go there eventually, especially if he blocks this square before that, which he could do at the moment. But I'm not sure if he is gonna be bothering to do that. There is not too many tiles to go here anyway. There's like, I think, one field chorizo and one divider. Actually, well, there are 2 cows still remaining, which would be just the perfect tiles for Santi to go here and to potentially ensure 2 meeples back with the vanilla if Terrycloth is to get it to his hand. We see an expansion of the field by Terrycloth going from 9 to 12 and even leaving now yet another expansion potential spot to with any road tile, and also leaves an empty city cap lying around, which I'm not sure is particularly in Lord's interest, but he's going to do what he's going to do. Could block 2 monasteries with this blade dagger as well, as in with this. Yeah, sure, he could have, but well, actually, looks like Santi's gonna do it for him, which I do not. I think I don't even. I just don't understand Santi's Santi's absolute will to block every single one of his own features in this game. Like, yet again, 1, 2, 3 people blocked by actually Santi himself, basically, and then yet another 4 and 5 people blocked by Santi again, making his own features blocked. Like, I can realize that he's relying on his point advantage, and it is very much real at the moment. And he might be getting a meeple back from the vanilla here, but like, this is just not a good move, like, at all, because you can block this city otherwise. Like into a dagger, for example. There are no dagger tiles in the deck, at least with the left hand side curve, and then you can go here with a cow and release your meeple and get it back, because now with only 1 meeple for 1 meeple, like, David should always be going over here. Like, it doesn't matter now that Santi gets a meeple. Well, actually, it might actually matter. Because then with the second meeple, Santi can indeed attack here, and there's no real secondary attacking spot to the field available. Yeah, he might have to think of this a little further than that. Maybe Santi thinks he is green? It's the only explanation. I don't think he thinks so, because, like, if he would think he's green, then, I mean, he wouldn't, like, be going here with the first attack anyway, and he wouldn't bother going here with these semi-saves. Like, he definitely knows that he's red. Plus, he has been stacking the monasteries. Like, there's no question about it. Like, that Santi is fully aware that he is definitely red here. +4 for Santi, with the 3 monasteries bringing in 23 points, so plus 27, 24, 18, 20, 24, 28, 30, 32, 33, 31, 30, 25, and then this 15-point field. So plus 10 is Santi, with 15 tiles remaining, and Terrycloth indeed actually does not take back his city and give back a meeple to Santi, but just takes the 4 points from the empty city cap, which I think is actually quite alright. Like, just the main purpose of choosing it, like, these points instead of closing the larger city and getting 2 extra points only, is to not give back a meeple to Santi and not allow him to fight for this field until it's maybe too late. Field Dorito for Santi could go maybe for an adventurous path and go here and place indeed a city meeple with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I believe 1 road Dorito and a divider remaining, and couple triple cities as well. But I'm not sure if triple cities are actually that good. I think he will still be using those. There seems to be quite many city caps remaining, actually. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Still 5 city caps remaining. One of those, of course, the divider. But if Santi gets a city cap, then he should be, I think, going. If he gets a triple city, then I do believe that he should be going for a continuation of the city, because it will give him 3 more tiles to finish the city immediately, and actually takes out only 1 of his tiles currently. This is an interesting move by Terrycloth. So trying to really really banks on the meeple advantage, and well, he's going to be very much successful in doing so. Going to be claiming a 9-point field over here with an 8-pointer city, while Santi gets off from his slightly risky encounter immediately so with the divider, gets a 10-pointer, and now I believe the players are pretty much equal, with Santi, I believe, still actually in the lead by like maybe 3 points or so. Not by much for sure. Further goes into the lead of 5 points. Now this road is going to be an issue for Santi for sure, because it will allow David to still get a meeple back, possibly with a 6-point farmer as well. Also, there's a road monastery, which will also be quite bad for Santi, because it will be going over here, expanding the field by another 3 points, so a 10-point move right here. So has to kind of deal with 2 kind of significant threats, maybe more so with the road than anything else. Still, yeah, and of course the road monastery can also be used to finish the road, maybe even drop a farmer, just so if Terrycloth wants to keep this field separate for some reason. Quick point tile for David gonna be assumingly just taking 2 points somewhere, but just deciding on whether he can, or whether it is worth for him to actually pick some particular spot. Well, he can't really add a city cap to his field, so I mean, I do reckon he's just gonna go for 2 points, and he's gonna try to rely on the road ends for the road and drop a farmer. Gonna create a 3-point road, which Santi will be picking up quite soon, I believe, or should be. Because for Santi, when he is now like still by +3 ahead, he's going to be able to score. And if he can just keep drawing all those quick point tiles, then it's going to be a quite smooth ride for him. Well, this is certainly not that great news for Santi, as Terrycloth hits one of his great outs. He's going to be able to get a meeple back and probably also go to the field with. But there are still curves, and the fields would be united, and that's why he doesn't even bother going for the field. Instead, he's just gonna maybe try to bait Santi to go for the field himself, and maybe then Terrycloth is gonna make a block and take a 9-point field over here, because that road monastery is still a huge threat. And Santi actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's one curve, right, and one and the road monastery. So Santi could be going over here for an 8-point monastery. Could try to get one of the 2 remaining relinquishing tiles to get a meeple back, and then still score some more. Because now he does have to get a meeple kind of back to fight for the point advantage. And unfortunately for Santi, one of those relinquishing tiles is immediately taken away by Terrycloth, who's just gonna go, I think, over here and just add 3 more points to his field. It's going to leave 1 more tile for Santi to get the meeple back and try and fight for some field. The bad thing is that whenever, because Santi has to assume now that he is going to hit the Road Monastery and he's going to hit it fast in order to be able to use this meeple still. Then, whenever he hits that, then on the very next turn, Terrycloth is going to take a field somewhere, maybe here for 6, maybe here for 9. And well, this 9-point field indeed does happen, and looks like, yeah, this certainly is a very decent move. So I believe no daggers remaining. Yeah, so nothing to fit into this square. This is indeed a 9-point move for Terrycloth, and even hits the Road Monastery, and that's going to be the end of the game. That's going to seal the deal for green here for sure. Going for the 7-point Monastery and adding 3 more points to the field. Nothing that Santi can do. Cannot relinquish any of his meeples back. Cannot fight for any of the fields, and is just going to be discarding basically every tile that he now gets. David even going to be able to score a couple extra points. And yeah, I'm telling you, I mean, the blockage of these meeples here just isn't really a good idea in Santi's position, because he can't like deal with everything with just one meeple. Like, he's gonna need to get one of these monasteries back, or needed to get one of these monasteries back at some point to try and have like any sort of like credible threats that would bring a lot of issues for Terrycloth. But unfortunately, the absolute menace of a choice that Santi has decided to do at the very early stage, by not even trying to get this meeple back, and just go for basically like just block all of your own meeples and score like kind of a lot with them, or let's say with the remaining meeples of yours. Like, it worked as a start, but then when you start realizing that a field is going to grow and you can't fight for it, yeah, it's just going to end up like this. Like, you're going to have to start going for risky plays. You're going to have to hope for a great tile run out to be able to get out of all those risks, and when they don't really and when you don't get the best tiles that you could, then you're going to be in trouble. Heard there's some high quality game. Sorry for you folks. Sorry for David. Sorry for Santiago if you're watching. But like, what the hell was this beginning? It was entertaining, but it wasn't high quality game. That's for sure. But Terrycloth is gonna get his first game win here, and it's going to already give him just fabulous chances of getting to the playoffs. It might even actually just seal the deal for him. He might not even have to win this match anymore. Just that one game win is going to bring him a heck of a lot closer to having an unstoppable playoff spot. Watching with 12 minutes delay. Oh boy, what is this first game? Well, hello Raf, you may enjoy that 12 minutes of past like you're seeing for the first time ever. Well, let's see if Santi has come to other ideas, other conclusions. For now, it looks decent. So going for the 48-point city, directing towards the monastery of Terrycloth, which is fine. It makes sure that this city needs to be finished or continued if the monastery is to be done the same as well. And there's also a rather decent shot at finishing the city and dropping an early 6-point farmer as well. David, with a city of his own, trying to get some head starts to the monastery and try to well, assumably either go here with a cow or maybe with just a dagger to cause an annoying restriction, and just do some kind of pre-restrictions on the road as well. So now things like this, so curves are not really the greatest tiles for Santiblader. He can't really continue the road upwards, as it would be then controlled by the monastery just as much as the city is at the moment. Today, first time got to block 4 meeples in 2 moves versus expert level player. Those are the feelings, man. Amamos estos momentos. Restrictions coming from Santiblader to a city plus road tile. Not a particularly like huge troubles there for Terrycloth, because none of the daggers with the right hand side curve are gone yet. So actually almost every single city plus road tile still exists in the deck. This continuation for the road is quite bad, I want to say. For the aforementioned reasons, which I mentioned earlier. So because Santiblader is now controlled with the road by the monastery, and also controlled with the monastery, also controlled with the city by the monastery, then it's not really in his like interest to continue the road upwards. Rather just continue it like over here and go maybe with the crossroad on the right. Does get attacked though for the road, and Terrycloth, after a restriction platform or a blocking platform, doesn't get a good tile to do anything to it. Also, this is the wrong type of dagger to make the to make the blocks to the city. And this was also the final dagger with the left-hand side curve, so keep that in mind. Monastery for Santiblader, and still not the best saving tile for Terrycloth, but he could go for it. He could go maybe over here, start a new city, or go over here and just not meeple anything. Would leave a dagger hole here, maybe for force the unification of the roads. Would create a field though, and maybe the field is what Terrycloth wants to go for again, as in the first game it did work for him quite well indeed. Horse for Santiblader, the ever so famous horse. Just 2 points, no? Wow. That is, again, unfortunately, quite horrendous. Well, maybe not horrendous, but like it's not good. Like it's just not good. Because like this city is never going anywhere before Terrycloth manages to find either a horse himself or a road Dorito to finish or to continue this city. Because if he would make such a huge mistake as to going here with another city cap, he would then endanger his original city to a complete block, and that is certainly not what David is going to allow if he can prevent that. Quick point tiles for Santi, and now after having been blocked with the original city of his to oblivion, he's going to go for the 3 points and Yeah, well, he's gonna leave the rodent available for the for the little small road segment of Terrycloth. Doesn't really matter, as the main points or the main point of this meeple is to connect to the main road anyways. But I think I would have still preferred maybe going over here rather, and make a blocking platform onto this city right here. This is like also fine, I guess. Santi, yeah, I mean it does take away the possibility from Terrycloth, I guess, to go here with a curve, and a curve and take over the entire road. But I don't think it was like really all that likely to happen, and it was still going to be preventable with just a simple straight road. Well, a horse and a city cap are drawn by Terrycloth, and now manages to get a very nice 12-point city. Meanwhile, stacked monasteries for Santiblader and a monastery of David's own, with a third followed from Santi. So again, going for the monastery clusters here. Unfortunately, Santi not able to fully block the 1-point meeple of David into the void, but still these compensation monasteries are a really decent add, and adds he does need for sure, and not the annoying ones. And 19 points ahead for David with some equalized features, a winning mini battle, practically equalized road, just needs to find the curve for it, with still 4 of those in the deck. And then Santi scoring for this monastery is 16 points, well, 16 extra kinda, but certainly not that great of a position for Santi for the second game either. The question is, do you go here, take your meeple back, and go with a new city? Or do you maybe go here with maybe go even without a meeple? Although I don't think this is the position to do that yet, like we are not that desperate. Or maybe you just go here, take a meeple back. I was about to say like without a meeple onto the city, because it's just not important to do. But I guess it can't really hurt all that much. Like, it's going to advance the monastery and the city at the same time, so at least nothing major troubles can't happen to that. Now, however, this is kind of a trouble for Santi, because, like, yes, he can take the 4 points, and he does take the 4 points, does create a monastery spot, but there's only 1 monastery remaining, and only 2 vanillas remaining, so only 3 tiles to go into the square. Now it is of course a shared square, but there is a small-ish threat that this square is also going to be restricted down to those same tiles by David. But he's not going to do that with anything remotely valuable, or if he can't ensure a full block. Continuation of the city for Santi, and a new city as well, going downwards, and the attack by Terrycloth is immediately ensued. Now I would be, as Santi, going certainly over here or over here and trying to block this meeple to non-existing daggers. All 3 are gone, and Santi is gonna need, yep, this is certainly a good plan to go for. Maybe actually, I'm not sure if it was actually better to go at the bottom or here, given that Santi does need points to catch up. This might have even been slightly better, because he needs just a little bit of volatility. needs to be able to score whilst he does the blocks at the same time to be efficient. Unfortunately for him, that plan goes a bit south as the points are taken by Terrycloth, and he's gonna make some salvations onto his city, and now kind of also pre-building a small-ish field, which he will not be able to take with this tile, but he's gonna get attacked most likely, and then Santi has easy options to get meeples back. Oh no, but why would you do it on that side? No, not on that side, man, not on that side, because now you get blocked with the monastery meeple. That was your greatest asset, because you were going to be able to get that monastery back without allowing a meeple back to Terrycloth. Whereas, like, if you go on this side for the restriction or the block, then it's like essentially exactly the same thing. And like on this side, there's nothing that you want to block to, like, indefinitely, except for a like this dagger hole with that you shouldn't really have the incentive to do. Man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, Santi digging a hole for himself. Well, how many triple cities are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are still... Well, there's one triple city and the quad city still, so we might have to block the square. And the fact that the Terrycloth is now going for some more quick points doesn't really help. We have the blocked monasteries now for red over here and over here, 2 for the price of 1 for green. And a winning mini battle over here for green as well for 5 points, and everything else is equalized. Yeah, really not looking great here for Santi for the second game either. With basically, I think the board is equal, no? +5, +8 equalized by this, so +1 for red here, and then equal. Okay, so +11 for Santi, and now he's gonna go for absolute mayhem route of trying to score super aggressive with like every city cap, like every tile that he can get. But like he just has so bad chances really to win this, because especially after the block of his only source of the second meeple, it's just like not really going to be enough making these minor attacks. And now everything really that Terrycloth has to do is to go here, is to attack the city of Santi, especially now that the second divider has gone out the window as well, and there's nothing that Santi can claim back a meeple from other than a shared feature. Like everything that Terrycloth needs to do is go over here, drop a meeple to the city, and game is almost done. Yeah, and he does, of course, find it. And we see immediately that Santi is just forced to, like, just continue, like, shared features and desperately trying to get a meeple back here. Didn't like the elephant placement by Terrycloth. I mean, that must have come like a while ago. Though, actually, I'm not sure what you mean. Well, like, what is an elephant? A horse. As in, no, like this, not David's, like this or this. Yeah, I guess this. Yeah, city above his monastery. Over here, yeah, but like, what's the issue here? I'm not really following. Yeah, it allowed something to attack, yeah, sure, but like, I think it's like much better to get out of this situation with the David City and to maybe force Santi to attack, rather than just wait for a road Dorito that might never come to your hand anyway, and just wait for Santi to make a full blocking attempt with like a road and another road, and then be stuck with 2 points without any possibilities of really making decent points. Yeah, Terrycloth just making sure that no meeples can be retrieved. Actually, did he? Yes, he did. So did take away the final crossroad possibility for Santi to get a meeple back. As well, and the final crossroad indeed was what was in Santi's hand. Gonna have to go for the completion of the shared feature, still down by like 11 points or so, and there is just 7 tiles remaining. There is just like absolutely nothing that Santi can do, because there are multiple 6-point fields even. Like let's say that there are tiles to like finish this city, and then miraculously Terrycloth will not be able to somehow get a 9-point field or the 6-point field, and then Santi gets this 9-point field. It's still like that is still 17 points, but then Terrycloth will just have to place a farmer like here for 6, and then it's just still the win. Also, by the way, Terrycloth still has, I believe, the cow to go into this square. No, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Yeah, there's still 1 cow, so there is 1 scoring tile for Terrycloth as well, which is worth 6 points. Actually, it does come with a shield even. And yeah, like if you're Terrycloth, I mean, you just go here and you make the cow even better, I reckon. Or maybe you go here, maybe you prevent even the remotest of possibilities, the remotest of possibilities of creating a 9-point field, if there are even city caps remaining enough for that. Like whatever Terrycloth does, even if he just takes, I don't know, a 7-point ruin over here, I think that might even be enough to guarantee a win here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 3 city caps remaining. Santi is going to start getting the city caps, and the 7-point ruin is going to be indeed taken by Terrycloth, and I believe he has calculated that whatever he gets, whatever he draws, it's going to be enough for him to win the game. And that does seem to be the case, especially after Santi now has no chance of making the 9-point field. And I don't think there's any 9-point field to be taken from anywhere. There is, of course, no daggers remaining. This field will not expand to anything. Yeah, I don't think there's a 9-point field to be taken anywhere with any sequence of tiles. Especially given that Santi would have to score with every single tile that he still has left. But he does get scoring tiles though. He does keep scoring tiles. Another starting tile hits the hand, and I mean he's gonna have to, I guess, get also the cow to prevent a 6-point move for Terrycloth. But the cow is something that Santi can't really do much with. And given that the cow has to be like the final tile that Santi is gonna get, he should just be going, I guess, over here and placing a farmer, and then just assume that he gets the cow to deny the 6 points from. Yeah, okay, so 6-point field is indeed taken by Santi, but in the center, and he does get the cow, so the sequence did work. Unfortunately, it was too little too late, and I will have to say that it, like most of the tremendous issues that Santi had, came down to this one move, to this one extender move by him, which allowed Terrycloth to block the only source, the only good source of getting back a second meeple into Santi's hand and being able to get into being able to get into a meeple advantage and have a more beneficial and more comfortable game for himself without having to invest tiles into shared features and take less risk that way. Yeah, only 6 points is the final score difference, but it is enough to get the 2-0 victory for David Faraci, and it's gonna bump him into 4 match wins and 1 match loss, going to certainly ensure a spot in the playoffs. And for Santiblader, unfortunately, that is quite atrocious news. Goes into 2 match wins, 3 match losses, and with a -2 tiebreaker, which really in any world, like, I cannot see it being enough, no matter how hard it's twists and turns the simulator scores. Like, I refuse to believe that -2 is enough. Like -2 tiebreaker is enough in any universe. Yeah, 4 match wins and with a +5 tiebreaker, it's gonna put David anywhere between 2nd and 4th, and with Tito and Pakshay still having also a match afterwards, they of course will, their tiebreakers will of course be changing, so it's going to be very far from a definite top 4 placement. Okay, congrats to David Faraci on a nice 2-0 win and of securing your playoff spot. We have one more day to stream the 5th week, and that's going to be tomorrow. And well, anywhere after that, I will not be streaming this 5th week, as I will not be at home. So you'll be on mercy of Alexei and Utse for the streams. So we have Stefanakis Akistak, we have Krishna Podgard, we have Eldo Derino versus Bluestay, and then my own match tomorrow, and of course Xangyuchin versus Ervin Gal. Now I reckon I'll be doing a Stefanakis Akistak and a Krishna Podgard, and then it's gonna be up to Utse, I believe, to stream the 3rd and maybe my match as well if he feels like it. And that's gonna be it. Feel free to tune in. Feel free to check the incoming stream announcements coming. I guess they're gonna be up quite soon on the channel. I'm gonna be doing them immediately after I end the stream here, which I will do right now. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in all the way until the end. And if you did enjoy this type of Carcassonne content, which I very much hope you did, for all the entertainment, then there is an easy way to support the channel by subscribing, by liking the stream, or by leaving a comment down in the comment section if you are watching this afterwards. I'll be seeing you tomorrow with some more Carcassonne Champions League stage match, and there is the proof, the definitive proof of David Faraci's 2-0 win. Bye for now.